Hi everybody. If you would like to see how I got this look today at 63 years old with not a lot of makeup, you stick around. But first, we're going to pull a couple of cards. I'm going to use my Light Fragments Oracle card deck that I created. And so let's shuffle and let's take a deep breath. And let's pay attention to the guidance that we are given for this week. I'm at a crossroads. Have you ever been at a crossroads where you know what you want and you know what you don't want, and you keep pushing forward, and you know that somewhere down the road, what you do want is going to show up. You just know it. And so that's where I'm at, folks. And I surmise that there are many of you out there in the same vein, the same predicament. You're kind of on this treadmill and you just keep on doing what you're doing. But up here in the ethers, you know what it is that you want, that you need, and it's going to happen. But it just hasn't happened yet. And that is the crossroads. Now, do we make a choice? Do we just cash it all in and say, I'm going to go for the gusto? Well, sometimes it's good because timing is important. Timing is very important. So let's see what the cards have to say. Maybe they'll give us some insight on this topic for today. Okay, a card tipped out, and that's the first card that I'm going to read. Now, this card has come up before, and this is called the Indigo Child. The Indigo Child, or Indigo Children, as they are termed. Not so sure I want to use those terms anymore, but when I created this card, it's because I have a little bit of this in me. Indigo children have really strong intuitions. Indigo children become indigo adults. And if this is you, you may want to pay attention to this. Strong intuitions. The maroon going around the head has to do with beating to a different drum, not following the same path that everybody else follows. So if you want to do something different, but all the voices out there are telling you, do it this way, no, this isn't going to work, this is going to fail, don't pay attention, because as an indigo child, you are not going to pay attention. And you are going to see to it that even if you fail a little bit, you're going to get back up, you're going to keep on going, and you are going to show them by hell or high water that you are going to be successful. Some people have little pieces of indigo children in them because it's DNA. And in your DNA, you have ancestors that may have been indigo children. Supposedly they came in at a different time, but I say that they have always been here. They just didn't really show up with a force until around the mid-1980s into the 1990s. Okay? That's what that means. But indigo children, indigo adults, need to remain grounded. This is what the green is. And they tend to have kind of a fairy type energy. They love to laugh. They love to be dramatic. They love theater. They love color. They love all things passionate. And fairy energy is like that. So, your strong will or your ego if directed properly, can become a great leader for the good of humanity, for activism, for the planet, for bucking status quo in such a way that if you're listening to all these voices out there and they're telling you, go this way, go this way, go this way, but your heart is telling you to go this way, that's the way that you are going to go. It also can mean that you have a child that is like this, that is a strong will. And if that's the case, try to take deep breaths and really observe and understand your indigo child. They won't let you down. They won't. Let's see what the next card is. I'm only going to pull 3 cards for today. I understand we're in Mercury retrograde and it's going to end on October 1st. One of my Facebook friends told me that, but usually I'm on top of these things, but lately I've been on top of work. That's what I've been on top of. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oneness. This is the oneness card, and I believe that this came out right now in the present moment because there is diversity in oneness. This is something that I think that, especially in the last 6 years, 5 to 6 years, we have neglected to notice. The country is polarized. The world is polarized. But if you look at this in terms of oneness, isn't that beautiful? Isn't it beautiful that we all can have a piece of the pie? It doesn't have to be that the pie goes to this group or the pie goes to this group and everybody else flounders. It doesn't have to be that way. And it shouldn't be that way. And universal energy doesn't want it to be that way. So one might ask, how do we bring this oneness back? Well, it's very simple. Very simple. More simple than all of the blogs and all of the books on it. You respect and appreciate the diversity of all human life, all creation. And you allow people to be who they are, just the way they are. Okay? And yes, we do not condone violence. We do not condone any form of killing or anything like that, any destruction. We do not condone that. But we can appreciate those that want the same thing, which is to be able to live, survive, and be who they are on this beautiful planet that was created for us, not against us. Okay? That's what oneness is. If you look at a field of grass, you're going to see short grasses and tall grasses. But from a distance, it looks like a green velvet carpet. You can't tell that there are short grasses and tall grasses. So if there's something that you want to do and you're looking at it and you're going, I don't know. I mean, everybody's doing this. And I mean, who thinks that I'm going to make a go of this? There's a place for you. And because you're unique and because you're an individual, you will find your niche in that field of short and tall grasses. You will find it. There's diversity everywhere we look. Oneness is embracing that. It has nothing to do with being woke, okay? It has to do with a deep appreciation and value for all of creation and all of humanity. So let's pull another card. I'm shuffling. That takes a little bit of while. And I don't like to really talk while I'm shuffling because I like to be present with the cards that present themselves. Okay, this is the third card. This is for the future. This is really apropos for this reading. Because at first we had marching to the beat of your drum, despite what all the voices are saying out there. And if you have an indigo child, observe them, understand them, appreciate them. They have a lot to teach us. And they are needed on this planet, particularly right now. Oneness in diversity, not oneness as in everybody needs to think the same as a group. We are all individuals. So this card here is May You Dance. And what this card is about is a validation to these two cards that making a living is a necessity. Making a loving is a choice. So you can do something and be passionate about it, okay? And as long as you love it, you have not put the cart before the horse. Putting the cart before the horse is saying, I'm going to make $1 million. And that's the goal. But when you love something and you are passionate about it, you are going to be good at it. You just are. So in the meantime, continue to make a living and do whatever it is you love on the side, because this is going to make you dance. This color pink here is the love color. And this is going to help you to unfold your wings and fly, right? So maybe eventually you'll be able to let go of the job that you have, that you've done for years, and move into your passion, move into your inspiration, which is really where God wants you to be. But hold on there. Don't jump the fence. Allow everything to unfold exactly the way it is supposed to. The dance of success is the soul calling its own name. It feels right because it is. And so, my friends, for today, appreciate your indigo child. Appreciate the indigo within you. Appreciate your intuition. Stay grounded. And while you are out and about in the oneness of all that is, know that there's going to be diversity. Know that there's going to be contrast. And when you look at that contrast, not as a fail, but as an insight into what can be better. What is going to be better? What are the changes I need to make to be better? That is the beauty of diversity in oneness. Okay? Because it helps us to think outside of the box. That's what it's supposed to do. And then, above all else, may you dance. Dash. May you dance. May you dash and dance. And find your passion in the near future. Testing 1, 2, 3, looking in the mirror. Okay, everybody. If you think that I am new to this, it's because you are 100% correct. Right, Sebastian? If you look around, I have a pretty primitive setup here. I've got a cat tree over there in the corner. I've got Sebastian's favorite office chair. I've got scarves and pocketbooks hanging up, and I've got a tiny little folding table with all of my products on it, which, by the way, is where I'm going to be. And so if you want to see my video from start to finished today, then you stick around, because starting a YouTube channel is nothing like what you view on YouTube. It takes a lot of ingenuity, a lot of hard work, failing a lot, losing data. It's just mind-boggling. But one thing you can be certain about, it will give you a passion like you have never felt before. And so it's my hope on this YouTube channel to do a couple of things. The first, card readings from Light Fragments Oracle. The second is to interject some mature makeup videos for all you mature women out there that are sick and tired of everybody looking perfect, but you just want to look the best that you can be. And third, to vlog a little bit about my life, because I'm blessed. And not because I have tons of money, but because I feel that just waking up every morning and given this day to move forward in is a blessing. And I choose to be happy. This is something we all can do, no matter what the circumstances we're in. So if you would like to see the rest of this video, stick around, because I want you to stay too. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put up my hair into a ponytail. Takes a few minutes to get all of this hair into a ponytail. And then what I do is I hold the ponytail and I bring down my bangs. Just like this. Sometimes if my hair is really dirty, some of the bangs will stay up there. Then I twist. So there are so many shorts and reels and all kinds of things like that on using the claw clip. So see, I've twisted my hair, and I'm going to put the claw clip just behind the ponytail that I've twisted and pulled up. Just like that. And then I'm going to untwist my hair while it's in the claw clip. This isn't a fast reel, because you can watch it and think, I'm going to do that, and then you go to your mirror and you go, wait a minute, how did they do that? Step by step in this video. And then what I do is I take all this hair and I fan it over the claw clip, just like this. And as I'm holding it, I'm twisting it again. Now, it doesn't matter that it's smooth or anything else, the ponytail part, okay? Because it's probably not going to be. Then, once I have my ponytail and I'm holding it, I open up the claw clip and I push it in. If I wanted to walk around all day like this, I could. But I don't want to. And I also want my hair to stay all day while I'm actively working, because my job entails a lot of movement, a lot of climbing, a lot of bending. Now I'm going to take this ponytail. You can twist it if you want. I don't always. And I'm going to pull it across the front, just like this. And I have enough left over in the back that I'm going to open up my claw clip again and tuck that extra piece under. Now, if I want to fan this a little more, I can. but you see it's a little floppy. There's a lot of hair in there. So now I'm going to take another clip that looks like this. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to hold, again, the back of my updo. And I'm going to open this clip up, and I'm going to put it through the bottom half of the back where I twisted the hair. And that's it. I ordered the Mini Mac Stack, and I did a quick video on this, but they also sent me some foundation, and when I opened this up, I thought it was a cream foundation. It is not. It is a powder foundation. This is the little sample that they sent me, okay? It was very difficult getting the foundation on with this tiny little sponge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this foundation on, starting with a little bit and then coming back to show you what it looks like. This tiny little puff takes forever. So I'm going to start right here. This foundation is much lighter than my skin tone. I have a more medium skin tone. But after I put this on yesterday, I really liked it. It's very, very light, but you can build it up. Okay, so that just shows you one section. Now, I have a little cherry mole here. Let's see what it does for coverage. There's no primer on my skin. I'm going to take some of the foundation and I'm just going to put it over that cherry mole. And I'm just going to pat it in. The coverage is pretty good. What I found yesterday with this foundation was how wonderful my skin felt afterwards. It's very light. It's not cakey. Let me just try to cover up. Now, I did not cover any of these age spots with concealer, but let me just try to cover that up with a second application. Why not? It works pretty good. But this is a light finish. Now, it could possibly be that it's in this small compact with this small, tiny sponge. But this is the color. I hope you can see it. So I will be back with this all over my face. So what we're going to do next is use the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I love this palette. I have hazel to green eyes, and these colors make that color of my eye really pop. But first, let me tell you what I did. So I took my favorite dense concealer brush, and I took the MAC foundation, which is powder, and I went over my whole skin. I put my eye primer on, I put my concealer on, and I did my eyebrows so that when I came back, we could have fun putting on the eyeshadow. So what we're going to do today is we're going to primarily use these three colors right here. Oh, wait a minute. The colors are on there, but because I don't have my glasses on, I can't see a dang thing. Okay, so we're going to use Hot Spot, Caution, Bang Bang, and I think we're going to go all the way back down to Devilish as the darker color for the corner and under the eye. So this will be under my eyebrow, this will be over my eyelid, this will be a transition, and this will be the depth color. Okay? So let's get started. I can take my glasses off now. So I'm using their brush. I used it yesterday, so it still has the same colors on it. I do have a makeup cloth right here that I can clean my brush with. But you know what? I'm working from light to dark. And when you work from light to dark, every artist knows when they are painting a painting, particularly watercolor, you build up from light to dark. You do not throw all your dark on and decide, I'm going to build up to light. Now, you can do that with acrylics, but if you are blending light to dark, that's the theory, and it works. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to put in the under eyebrow color. I'm putting this in first. And what I notice is that a lot of people that put on makeup on YouTube, they do this last. I do not. You can if you're going to use multiple brushes. But like I said, this brush has for the depth and has for the application and the blending. I really love Naked. I keep saying Naked Decay. Urban Decay's brushes. You get them in the bigger palettes. So I'm really putting this on because just in case I need to go back. And now I'm going to use the second color, which I showed you, which is the tan color for my eyelid. Now my eyelids have been primed. I did that off camera. I don't pretend to be a makeup artist. I just love makeup. And even though I'm mature, I like to look my best. There is fallout with these shadows, but I just love them. I know that a lot of people have issues with these palettes, but hey, diversity makes the world go round, right? So now I'm going to go into the transition color with that soft pink. I'm going to spray the brush with some setting spray because I want that color to show more. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, now I'm going to go with the smaller end of the brush, and I'm going to go into that eyeshadow Devilish. And I'm going to make, people say a V, I tend to make a C. It doesn't matter. C, D, V, whatever. But that's how I do it. I'm going to do the other side. And I bring some of it over the top of my eyelashes on my eyelid. Just like that. And now, because we've gone light to dark, I'm going to turn this brush around and I'm just going to blend that in. Okay. Do Young Love. Young Love is a shimmer. That's this color right here, where my middle finger is. Okay. And I'm just going to tap that right in over the rest of my lid. Just like that. It has a very subtle shimmer to it. Now I'm going to go back with this part of the brush back to the darkest color I used, and I'm going to bring this down under my eye. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, look what I got on me. That's why you don't put your foundation on until after you do your eyes. I'm leaving this in because this is real and this is what happens. Okay? I will touch that up after. Okay, I'm going to look in close here. And while I have my wet wipe out, everything happens for a reason, I'm going to go back and clean up that side of my eye. And you can see there is foundation on here too, so I'm going to have to fix that. And then I'm going to clean up this side of my eye. I don't know why, but one side always has more than the other. And I think it's the opposite side of me being right-handed. So typically I go over here really easy, but then when I have to come back here, it's not as easy. So that is the look that I have been going for with this palette. You can use these darker colors and in with some of these lighter colors and get a totally different effect. I absolutely love this palette. I know that there are people that hate it, but diversity. And why do we all want to put a square peg in a round hole? Now, let's see. I'm going to tight line and put on my mascara and my blush, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm all done with my eye look. I'm downstairs now. Under my eye, over the devilish color, which is the darker color that I put on the outside of my eyelid, I went over with an eye pencil in olive right underneath here. And I got that eye pencil from Dollar General. And the finale before I leave the house today is going to be putting in a little hairspray. Now, I just finished up a bottle from Marc Jacobs. I've used that for a couple of years. My daughter bought me some, and then I replenished it. But I decided that I wanted a little bit more extra hold, and I just picked up the Tresemme No. 4 24-hour frizz control at the store when I was grocery shopping. So I'm just going to spray some of this. Usually I like to spray my bangs like that. And then I spray the back of the updo. And then I just kind of push all the hairs up. I spray the top. And I am good to go. So that's it, everybody. That's my video for today. Stay tuned because I am going to do a different kind of card reading. You will not see me, but it is a card reading that I devised with playing cards. It's totally unique, okay? I love you all. Take care. Be well. Be blessed. Be beautiful. Until next time. Bye-bye.